Hey, I hope your day is going great. All right, I'm going to talk today real quickly, do a brief video about high rotation crops. A lot of times when you hear people talking about having a suburban farm, you think of crops that are high rotation, like lettuces, spinaches, radish, things that are very quick to mature. One thing that I really enjoy growing is potatoes, and a lot of times you hear people in the market gardening community say potatoes are a waste of time. They take up too much room. They take a little bit too long to grow. You know, I tend to disagree. Potatoes are one crop that bring people to our farmers market for us, and we love growing them. It's kind of funny and interesting because me and Janine and Arlo are not potato people. We don't eat a ton of potatoes, but we do when we grow them. They are the creamiest, freshest, the most amazing, they're almost buttery with no butter needed potatoes that you could ever imagine. So not only that, you can definitely do potatoes in a suburban farm when you're growing in your front yard. So I have two 45-foot rows right here, and you can see right here we have already harvested two 5-gallon buckets of red Norland potatoes, or should I be more specific and say dark red Norland potatoes. We still have the end of this bed to harvest, hopefully another 5 gallons. And this is pretty good for about 20 pounds of seed potatoes right here. Not even 20 pounds, probably 15 pounds of seed potatoes. We already have over 70 pounds of new potatoes. Now, here's the deal. Most farmers are gonna wait until these potatoes are bigger. These are considered new potatoes. They're young. I could have waited another month and a half to harvest these and probably yielded twice the weight with bigger potatoes. Some of these are good size potatoes though. Now, the reason I am harvesting right now, because we need to rotate this bed right here to another crop. And that other crop is going to be cucumbers, and we are going to trellis these cucumbers right along this trellis right here, so stay with me. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking all the tops off of the potato plants. It makes it a little bit easier to harvest once you start digging and pulling them up. And by the way, this knife is extremely sharp, these harvesting knives. Some people pull the whole plant up. I tend to come through and harvest. I tend to come through and chop off a lot of the plant first. It makes it easier when you come through to actually harvest. I've done some videos about this before, but I'm going to show you now how I pull them up. I used to use a digging fork, and I would dig in and pull up. However, a lot of times, no matter what, I always stabbed potatoes, so it kind of ruins them. So what I do is I kind of take a big clump of where this is, and I rock it, get underneath, and pull up. And you can see underneath all the amazing potatoes we get. Once again, I could wait a month and get bigger potatoes, yet I need this room. I'm gonna use this, being a suburban farm, I need to use this area to grow something else, and that right now is the time to plant. It's almost June. We need to plant those hot weather crops. And I'm gonna use this front yard because we get full sun. I'm using it. See, and there's the seed potato. You can see there's plenty of life left in that seed potato. It's not even gelatinous yet. It's got a little spot right there. But other than that, it's still gonna grow. It's got another month or two in that of growing. So I'm gonna let some of these potatoes on our farm grow a little bit longer, but not these, because we got full sun out here. We have to make sure that we're growing crops that we're gonna need for the market. So notice how I'm using my hand to get underneath and find any more potatoes. Really helpful, because your hand's not gonna stab these potatoes. All right, I'm gonna show you one more right here, and notice how we're cropping out lettuce growing underneath here too. We're not gonna eat that lettuce. I'm gonna pull it, work it up. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, sometimes you got them hidden, so you got to really search for these. I've never grown these red gnarlin. I've grown Pontiacs, which is another red variety. I think of these as kind of like a cold weather variety. They start growing early, but you can't really think about them as cold weather because potatoes do not like frost. Any frost will, we already had some damage to these, but frost is not your friend when it comes to potatoes. These little tiny ones I don't usually mess with. What ends up happening is they'll start growing in your bed at another date. You end up getting potatoes coming out. Kind of a pain when you've turned your bed over and you're growing lettuce and then we're using the harvester. You get potato, you do not want to eat potato leaves. It's slightly toxic. All right, so I'm gonna show you one more little section right here. Try to grab as much as you can, wiggle it out. And I see in some of them, probably smaller seed potatoes, they don't have much to them, but then they'll surprise you if you dig down sometimes. You'll get large. There we go, there's some bigger ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish this video out. I just wanted to do a quick video to talk to you about high rotation. Oh, look at that nice one. I wanted to do a quick video about high rotation. In other words, rotating crops in and out. And the reason why we harvest our potatoes, we harvest some of our potatoes so early is because of that high rotation. We need this bed for cucumbers. This bed gets full sun. Luckily today's 70 degrees and kind of overcast, so it makes it really easy to harvest. All right guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. I'm trying to put more videos out there now that we're kind of midsummer and we're not spring planting much anymore. But follow along, and if you have any questions, put it in the comments. All right, I lied when I said that was it. I wanted to just show you what we got out of this 45-foot bed. Once again, I planted about 15 pounds of seed potatoes, which is not a lot. We buy them in 50-pound bags. So we planted about maybe a quarter, 2/3 of all the seed potatoes we got from the red gnarlin. So we got, harvesting nice and early, we got about a good solid 3 5-gallon buckets, so about 15 gallons. Each of these will probably weigh about 30 pounds, maybe 25 pounds. So it's about 75 pounds of potatoes here out of 15 pounds. And I harvested them early. So once again, potatoes can be a lucrative crop, especially once you build a customer base and once they taste the potatoes that come out of the ground fresh. These potatoes, unlike the potatoes you get in the grocery store, are not gonna sit in cold storage for 6 months. They're gonna go right to the farmer's market this Wednesday and Saturday, and they'll be all gone. All right, and some of them are gonna go on our dinner plate. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please comment, and share the videos. Share to people. I think it's really important that people start growing, even in their front yard. All right, guys, see you later.